Go fast single, let's go. 1, 2, really good, really good. GBG, take it back! Come on, come on, come on! Ribcage's gonna come down. Large. Hello.
So deadlifts went pretty well today. You probably saw the video already. I mean, I felt dead, but I still managed to pull 545 up. So whatever. Brett went to dinner with Brandon Campbell. Actually, they went and got food and I think a beer or two. And I took the opportunity to take a nap. And I only got maybe like an hour of sleep at most. But whatever. So when Brandon Campbell's gonna drop him back off, and then Brett and I are gonna watch the McGregor fight tonight. And we went to the liquor store and got a bunch of different awesome beers for it.
This is, I don't get it. Google Maps.
Brett's homesick, so he's watching his own people.
What do you reckon? Must be lunchtime, they're everywhere. Just smoking bongs at Robbo. I love it. We're late for smoking bongs at Robbo's.
You know what's interesting is the last time I watched a McGregor fight, because I didn't get to see the last one with him and Diaz because I was at an expo, but the last time I actually watched the fight with McGregor was when Hancock was here. And I think that was like literally like a year ago exactly. It was like in the summer of last year.
But weren't you with Hancock the last time he fought with Diaz? But
we couldn't.
But you both didn't watch it.
Yeah, because we couldn't. We were at an expo in the Arnold, I think, and we couldn't get to like a place that had it playing. They were all booked out near us. That's what it was.
But I was in Ohio and I still managed to watch it.
Yeah.
So I'm a McGregor fan.
Is that before or after you blew me off? I can't remember.
I think it was that time I blew you off. For a good cause though.
McGregor versus Diaz. Here it is, guys.
Pretty much.
Brett has my mom.
Do you call cigarettes fags?
My brother. Yeah. And my brother-in-law.
I don't really even talk about
all hooked watching
they do, yeah.
kangaroo fights and giraffe fights on the TV while we wait for the fight.
Diaz correct the mistake she made in the first.
Really great. Jasmine? Down. Beat that front leg down. Beat that, yeah, that's good. Good kick. That's what he needs to do. Come on. Look at that hamstring. Look at that back hamstring.
Come on.
Connor, man.
That was a hell of a battle. But I think that's Connor's. Knock on wood.
Knocked him down twice.
For the winner by majority decision, the Notorious!
Yes.
Woo! The style. What shorts are those?
RW Co.
Word, word. Boom. Bang my knee up. We just got back from the beach. I almost said the gym. The beach, at the beach all day. Windjammers, took Brett there. And then it was beautiful and sunny, and then it randomly turned cloudy and like rainy. So now we're going to get sushi.
Like Rhode Island's slightly becoming Florida.
Heck yeah. Appetizers.
Oh yeah. What's up, guys?
Hey, dog.
Brett, say hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Got some raw fish.
It's sashimi, Nick.
Got some raw fish with rice.
Like your subscriber's gonna yell at you for that.
I got this crispy shit.
I'm stealing one beam.
It's really good. And I told her that I can't afford to feed 3 people, so she has to not eat. Today is Monday, August 22nd, and it's squat day, the last squat session before my meet, the heaviest squat session before my meet, and I don't even know what I'm gonna be squatting. I'm picking up my coach, Brett Gibbs, right now, who's in a hotel just down the street, as you all know by now, and we're gonna go eat, kill a little bit of time to digest, go to my house, get pre-workout and stuff, and then head to the gym, and he's gonna coach me through my very last squat session while he himself hits something I'm sure pretty heavy and fun. Bitches, man, I'm pretty lit shit. Riding with a bunch of little trap villains. Turn this that lead your ass on the ceiling. Fuck your opinion, nigga, I be killing. Guys! You locked out?
No, I'm good.
What's up, mate?
What's up, man?
Ready to do some CrossFit today?
I do CrossFit every day, bro. That's right. YouTube. About to get some food before we squat in a couple hours. Hell yeah.
Some pre-squat food.
Watch out.
We're gonna use the fat.
Making height adjustments.
This is actually the height I used to low bar on.
Get that Alico set up for the condo.
I'm never doing a home gym again. Here it is, guys. Squat day. The last squat session in the last heaviest squat session before my meet coming up at the end of this week. And I got to do it with my coach, Wright Gibbs. 25 years old, and what is your best squat to date?
Best squat to date is in the gym 661 pounds, 300 kilos. In a meet is 630-ish, which is 285 kilos.
Jeez, and that's all about 180 pounds body weight, somewhere in the 180s.
Yeah, 183 pounds is the weight class.
183 pounds weight class, 661 pound squat. And Brett is definitely a technician with technique and form. The biggest advantage I've gotten from working with him is that he's been able to pick out and fix just the tiny minute details that most people, even coaches, tend to overlook.
Yeah.
So today, Brett basically just gauged what he wanted me to work up to by eye, and I believe we worked up to a double with 440 or 445.
Yeah, the plan was around, we wanted to do a 2x2 with around 440, 445. So we worked up to 405 was moving really well, we did that for a double. Then we jumped up to 445 for a pretty good double there. So then we went up to 455 and we had a good clean single there. And we left it at that for the top set. Drop back down to 405 for 2 sets of 3.
Yeah. And then afterwards, Brett, of course, worked up to a 6-plate squat.
Yeah.
And again, if you guys haven't been watching the videos, quick recap, Brett has been traveling an incredible amount since Worlds, country to country to country to country, doing a lot of seminars. Now he's even traveling back into the US to visit me.
Yeah.
So Brett's training hasn't really been too consistent since Worlds.
Yeah, I've pretty much just been, every lower body session I'm getting, because I'm pretty much doing a lower upper split. Every lower body session I'm pretty much just squatting high bar with no bow and just doing sort of 5 to 10 reps in the 405 range. I think the heaviest I have squatted is 455 for a set of 5 high bar. So I haven't been going overly heavy at all, or even particularly squatting low bar. So
today was your first low bar session?
Today was my first low bar session for a little while. So 3 reps here, 3 reps. 1, 2, good. Concentrate, think about your breathing out. Rib cage down, to the belt. Good. One more, come on. Nice and clean. Hold, walk in, speed. And I squatted 585 just for a single. Felt a little bit weird, but I mean, it moved fine.
Yeah,
no complaints. Yeah,
for sure. So the biggest thing, you guys probably all know this from watching, I've talked about it, but I haven't really been able to pinpoint it that well, and Brett was able to really pinpoint it now that he's here with me in person, is the biggest thing holding my squat back is that I tend to fold over and break right out of the hole. As you guys have seen, my hips kind of shoot and I turn it into like a good morning, into like a 2-part movement.
Yeah.
And today, Brett kind of addressed that and pinpointed what the problem is and even gave me some things to work on.
Yeah.
You want to talk about pretty much what it is that's holding me back and what your thoughts are?
Yeah, basically what I was seeing is like in the working sets, because I don't want to coach him through the working sets. Like he should be, we're not going to make changes with big weight, basically is what I'm saying. So
you're not getting into my head.
Yeah,
like on the way
I needed to let him do his thing, and what I was noticing when he was going up through his squats. Come on.
Really good. Same again. Hold. Yep. Right. Really good. Well, last one, man. Last year. Let's go there. Easy way. Same execution, same workout. Yeah. Think about it. 5, 2, yep, my position. Keep your breathing, keep position. Take a breath, see the breath. Let's go, come on. Yeah, all good. What's up? Beach move, man. Come on, let's go. You ready?
Should I go for a single with this then? Double? Alright.
Truck it out a little.
Gotcha. Easy weight. Easy weight, Brett. Come on, make it quick. Come on! Come on!
Hey, move this one thing to the last one. Let's go.
Nick.
Let's go, Nick.
Ricky.
Come on. Let's go.
Make it quick, Nick.
Easy weight. Straight up, straight down. Let's go.
You want 500?
500, come on! Come on, good fast single, let's go. Come on. Yeah, squeeze yourself there nice and tight, good. Think about it. 1, 2. Really good, really good. Breathe in.
Keep that core tight.
Really breathe hard. Big ear, big ear. Hold. And the rack. And what I was noticing when he was going up through his squats, he was really inconsistent with his breathing. He was getting his rib cage too high. So we know that if we're doing that, we're seeing a suboptimal bracing position. So again, that's not optimal. We were seeing rolling on the bar, so the bar was rolling up his back, which is so tipping him forward. Hips are gonna want to shoot up, shoot back, and that's not what we want to see. So that's making him grind it out. And he's also falling through certain positions on the eccentric part. So he's really losing all of his, all of that muscle that's under no load through that sort of lower 2/3 of the squat. And when he comes up from that position, because he's not really loading any of that in the eccentric portion, he's sort of losing position coming up out of the hole. And that's why we see him get really slow through there, and his knees sort of get a bit inwards, that valgus movement. So what we did to address that basically was we did some working sets after, just with a box in behind. We just had 225 on the bar, and what we thought about is I just took him through a bracing sequence, so how I want to see him brace. So we think about stabilising the hips. The easiest way to do that is thinking about activating all the musculature around the hip. So we want to have the glutes turned on. We want to think about screwing the feet, so we're creating torque, okay, into the hip, and that's going to stabilise the hip joint. Now we need to think about where our hip flexors are sort of facing, so where that pelvic position is, so we don't want any tilting of the hips, either way, posterior or anterior. We want them to be neutral, and to get a neutral hip position, we generally our glutes need to be on, so again we're stabilising the hip. So once our hips are under us, we need to make sure we get the rib cage down, so we want to think about our hip flexors and our rib cage position to be pointing in the same direction. As soon as we get any tilting or we get chest high, and we get, say, the rib cage is pointing high and the hip flexors are pointing straight, then we know that we're not braced optimally. So basically we address that, so we've got his bracing a little bit better, making sure he's breathing into his gut, not into his chest, and starting to extend the spine. So if you looked at those two positions, we know the spine's going to be neutral. Now, to break from that position, you can't break from the knees. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to mimic the way he squats concentrically, so up. We need to mimic that eccentrically. So what I did basically is we just went through some breaking of the hip cueing, talk about more of a vertical shin angle. So he helped to sit back. So I used the box as just a tool basically to think about getting him to sit back, opening up the groin, having more of a vertical shin angle. And I think he addressed that really well. So what we talked about is we want to think about the back angle being the same on the way up as it is down, and the only time the back angle wants to change is when the hips are moving back, forward and back. So as we break and as we lock out again. I think he picked it up pretty well. How did that feel for you?
It felt good. It's safe to say, I felt like I was kind of trying to use high bar squatting cues on the low bar squat.
Yeah, essentially that's what he's doing. So he's breaking with the knees really bad, and he's bringing the chest up, so he's losing all that bracing. So he might be braced well here, but if we don't break right and he breaks like this, tilts the hips, extends the spine, then it's not going to work very well. So we saw it straight away too, that point he always falls through. We used the slow eccentric, and on the first couple of reps, he'll just fall through and just hit the box hard. So as soon as I cued him to make sure you maintain that bracing position, I said 5 seconds until you hit the box, and he had to really, really work hard just to maintain that position and actually squat down for 5 seconds and lightly touch the box. Now we're going to be able to train that position and get stronger in that position eccentrically, recruit more muscle, get a feel for that position, train the muscle at that length in that position, And then when he actually goes to actually squat up explosively, we would have been in that position, in that muscle length, in that same position again, squatting up, and he's gonna be stronger for it.
So that's it, guys, and see you guys at the meet this coming weekend. Gotten a lot of questions asking me what my goals are. I don't really have one. Obviously, that 500-pound squat is always the goal, just in general.
Yeah.
We've only had about 10 weeks since the last meet that I did, which is not a whole lot of time. So really, just any PR that's better than my last meet, and that'll be it. This meet is just for fun, and then after that, I want to take the entire fall and winter off to really just get strong and work on everything we just went over. So
yeah.
Brett Gibbs, guys, I got my coach in town for the last week of training. Subscribe to his YouTube channel in the info box below.
Cheers, cunts.
Come on, go fast single, let's go. 1, 2, really good, really good.
King Bishi, take it back!
Come on, come on, come on!
Ribcage's gonna come down. Large. Hello.